For nearly 3 whole years, Oprah Winfrey didn't say a single word. Not a peep, not a whisper. No off-the-record chats, no red carpet slip-ups, nothing. And all this silence? It was about her. The woman who sat right across from Oprah in that now legendary Montecito garden? Yes, the Duchess of Sussex herself, Meghan Markle. Back then, Oprah had basically handed Meghan the most powerful microphone on earth. A whole primetime special. No time limit, no pushback, no edits. Just Meghan talking, crying, accusing, rewriting her narrative in front of millions. People called it historic. A cultural reset, they said. But behind the perfectly pruned hedges and softly lit garden lights, things were not so perfect. There were cracks, tiny, quiet, hidden cracks. And now, July 2025, Oprah has finally broken that silence. She quietly admitted what insiders have whispered for years. I should have never trusted her. And that one sentence? Boom. It exploded. She didn't say it on a stage. She didn't say it in some tell-all special. She let it slip behind the scenes on an Apple TV Plus set, and it went viral. Immediately, a domino effect began. Producers, stylists, former OWN staffers, they started to talk. Some said Oprah felt used. Others swore she felt completely set up. But everyone agreed on one thing. This wasn't just another Meghan fallout. This time, it was personal. Because when Oprah talks, she doesn't talk for clicks. She talks when she knows something. And clearly, there was a whole lot we didn't see in that rose-filled Montecito garden. That night was supposed to be Oprah's big legacy moment. Her grand return to the throne of journalism. An explosive tell-all that would live in media history. Meghan and Harry were meant to be her crown jewels in this royal media empire she'd built. But what the public didn't know was that off-camera, Oprah was rattled. Very early on, a former Harpo producer who worked on that special said Oprah told her close inner circle just days after it aired, "This wasn't journalism, this was PR. I handed them the mic and they ran with it." At first, the backlash was just little ripples. Fact-checkers caught inconsistencies. Royal aides started leaking receipts. Public opinion began to wobble, but Oprah, she stayed silent. She doesn't do public regrets, not unless there's a reason. And now, we finally know why. According to someone close to Apple TV, Oprah confided to a guest on set recently, "I've interviewed presidents, war criminals, survivors, saints, but never someone who weaponized my trust like that." Never. She didn't have to say Meghan's name. Everyone knew. And then came the gut punch line that shook the industry. "The biggest mistake of my broadcasting life." It became a meme, a headline, a wake-up call. The woman who built an empire on intuition was now admitting she ignored it. And why? Because Meghan knew exactly how to play the part, and Oprah let her guard down. The Meghan x Oprah special aired on March 7th, 2021. But what almost no one knows is that Oprah had doubts even before it aired. A former CBS editor revealed that Oprah personally asked to preview the final cut 2 days early. Not to edit, but to check the tone, and she watched it twice. Once in silence, then again, with growing unease. A producer overheard her murmur to herself, "This won't age well." The lights dimmed, the crew started packing up, thinking they'd just created TV history. But behind those hedges, something shifted. A senior assistant on Oprah's team revealed that Meghan quietly approached one of the Harpo staffers. Alone. Not with a thank you, but with a request that made them all uneasy. She allegedly said, "Just make sure I get a look at the final edit." Oprah will understand the assistant was confused. No one asks for final say, not presidents, not pop stars, no one. So they went straight to the executive producer, who then went to Oprah, and Oprah's response, sharp and firm. "Absolutely not. This is my platform. Not Buckingham's, not Meghan's." That was the first real fracture. But Meghan didn't stop. She later sent a follow-up message through an intermediary repeating the request. She wanted to make sure the framing aligns with her truth. And that phrase, her truth, it infuriated Oprah, because for decades, Oprah's empire was built on authenticity, on raw, vulnerable, real conversations. Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Tom Cruise, she'd seen it all, and now someone was trying to micromanage her stage like it was a palace press briefing. One producer said later, "We weren't producing a docuseries, we were producing propaganda, and we didn't even realize it." Still, Oprah didn't reply. She just quietly observed. And if Meghan was willing to push Oprah, who else was she manipulating? Days after the interview aired, the internet exploded. Clips went viral. Meghan was crowned brave and heroic. Oprah's name was trending everywhere again. But Oprah? She stayed silent, just watching. Then came a text that changed everything. It was from her longtime bestie, Gayle King, and it reportedly said, "You weren't the only one she worked. Just wait." At first, Oprah didn't get it. She thought Gayle meant CBS execs or producers, but then Gayle sent another message. She revealed that Meghan had pitched her the same vision she'd pitched Oprah. Word for word, a 3-part Meghan redemption documentary, all about rebuilding, motherhood, philanthropy, and moving beyond the crown. And guess who was supposed to host it? Gayle, yes. Meghan had basically given both women the same script. Oprah felt blindsided, not because Meghan wanted a deal, but because of the duplicitous way she did it. Oprah reportedly told her team, "I thought I was helping her tell her story, but she was helping herself build a brand." And Gayle? She didn't mince words either. She allegedly said, "She's not looking for allies, she's looking for hosts." And from that moment, Oprah quietly stepped back. No more defending Meghan privately, no more clarifying quotes, no follow-up coverage on OWN, and definitely no second sit-down interview. But the true gut punch came next, from someone inside Meghan's own camp. This wasn't some fame-hungry ex-assistant or clout chaser. This was an anonymous stylist who'd worked with Meghan during the final fitting for the Oprah interview. No book deals, no social media following, nothing to gain, and what she told Vanity Courtroom Confidential absolutely stunned Oprah. The stylist remembered Meghan saying after filming Wrapped and the glam team returned to holding, "Oprah gives credibility. I give the story." That's the trade she didn't speak about Oprah with affection, not even respect, just strategy. The stylist even said Meghan laughed about it later, apparently bragging, "All I had to do was pause and look sad." Oprah filled the silence. For Oprah, who built her entire platform on empathy, on genuine human connection, this was brutal. She told her team that night, "That interview was never about truth, it was about tactics." And just like that, everything she'd ignored started flashing back. But see, here's the thing, Oprah wasn't the only one Meghan had played like that. 3 weeks before that big interview, Oprah actually received a message, not from some random journalist, not from a staffer, but from someone in Prince Harry's inner circle, a longtime friend of Harry's, a woman known for keeping her mouth shut and staying out of the press. She sent Oprah a private, cautious text message. And what did it say? Just 8 little words that now feel haunting. "Please tread carefully. Meghan's truth is not the truth." At the time, Oprah brushed it off. She had her team, her prep, her big exclusive. She wasn't about to cancel a global event because of one warning. But now, after hearing everything, from the stylist, the producers, Gayle, those 8 words hit completely differently. She reportedly admitted to her inner circle, "I should have asked more questions. I didn't want a takedown, but that's exactly what I enabled." And just when Oprah thought she'd heard it all, came the final straw. Whispers started reaching her team. Whispers that Meghan's people were already quietly shopping around for round 2, another interview, another bombshell, another stage. And worse, they were pitching it as Oprah wasn't enough. That stung. This wasn't just betrayal anymore. This was a strategy. Oprah realized she wasn't the trusted confidant Meghan made her believe she was. She was a launchpad, a tool. It was just after 6 p.m. one evening when Oprah picked up the phone. And she didn't call Meghan. She didn't call Harry. She called her executive producer, the woman who's been there through her biggest moments, the one who helped shape some of the most iconic interviews of her career. And Oprah's voice, calm but icy this time. "I want it on the record," she said. "No more Meghan, no more Harry. We're done." The producer was caught completely off guard. "What happened?" she asked. Oprah didn't spill the whole tea, not then, but what she did say was enough to send a chill through that office. "I opened my platform in good faith. What they brought wasn't transparency, it was a performance. And it wasn't just about her pride. Oprah was furious about what the audience had been made to believe, because when she gives someone a seat across from her, people trust that person. The viewers believe this person has earned it. "This isn't just about me," Oprah reportedly said. "It's about trust. My viewers trusted me, and I let that get hijacked." The producer then gently asked if Oprah wanted to issue a statement. Oprah paused, and then, almost bitterly, she said, "They've built an empire on pretending to be voiceless. I won't give them another stage to stand on." And that, right there, was the moment everything changed. This wasn't just Oprah turning away. This was Hollywood's weather vane shifting. When Oprah steps back, doors don't just close, they slam. And the ripple effect? Immediate. No press release, no public drama, just silence. That heavy, meaningful, terrifying silence that means more than any headline ever could. Suddenly, Meghan's inbox, which had been flooded with invites, brand deals, and streaming offers, started looking empty. PR reps stopped calling back. Producers went quiet. Even friends in Hollywood who once praised her fresh energy started ghosting her team. A source at a major streaming platform said it bluntly, "If Oprah's out, we're out. It's not worth the risk." And then, the moment that really hit Meghan. Weeks later, she arrived at a major Hollywood charity gala. She came in like a star, hair perfect, dress flawless, every expectation of being treated like the main event. She walked into the VIP corridor, ready for cameras and smiles. But then it happened. 3 A-list actresses, all women she'd once called acquaintances, turned their backs. One of them even told her assistant, loud enough to be heard, "Tell her I'm not available for photos tonight." Ouch! And when Meghan got to her table, the humiliation only grew. She looked to the chair next to her, where Viola Davis was supposed to be sitting, empty. Viola had quietly asked to be moved. No explanation needed. Meghan knew exactly why. By then, the whispers had turned into full-blown conversations. Meghan had been labeled, not the Duchess, not the survivor, not the woman who spoke her truth. The new label? Not trustworthy, difficult behind the scenes, weaponizes the narrative, and this wasn't just some bad night. This was the beginning of an unraveling. In the weeks after the gala, Meghan went into damage control mode. She made calls to mutual friends. She sent carefully worded messages to publicists. She even tried to reach Oprah's team indirectly, probably hoping to smooth it over, maybe get a second chance. But the responses she got? Cold, distant, or worse, no reply at all. A producer close to Oprah revealed that a final message was relayed to Meghan through a mutual contact. Just one line, short, sharp, and impossible to misread. Trust once broken doesn't get airtime. That was it. No apology accepted, no warm call, no second chance. And the worst part for Meghan? This wasn't a loud, messy scandal. There were no public statements to fight back against, no obvious villain to blame. This was silence. And in Hollywood, silence is deadly, because Meghan has faced backlash before. She's dealt with critics, tabloids, online storms. She can handle noise, but being cut off from the system she thought she'd mastered? That's a different kind of storm. The same system that once saw her as a brave survivor now saw her as a strategist who played one too many hands, who spun one too many stories, who used the wrong name to climb, and lost the most powerful allies she ever had. Because when Oprah Winfrey, the Oprah, looks at someone and says, "I should have never trusted her," Hollywood listens, and more importantly, it remembers. Meghan, once the fresh face of modern royalty, now faces a new kind of exile. Not scandal, not headlines, but something way worse in this town: irrelevance. Because in Hollywood, silence isn't just rejection, it's a verdict. And this time, the verdict is in.